Texarkana, Arkansas School District would like to thank our first quarter sponsors. They are Farmers Bank,
Vodcall Bank, Langford Roofing, Miller County Farm Bureau,
Boy Mason, Watley Signs, Total Medical, Simmons Bank, Tally Alley, and Smiles of Arkansas. Those are our first quarter sponsors, and we want to thank the sponsors for each quarter of the football game tonight and throughout the home season. Captains for tonight's game for Morrilton. Number 1, Manning Howell. Number 4, Jeremiah Smallwood. Number 9, Asher Hogan. And number 63, Jace Gertman. For Arkansas High tonight, your captain. Morrilton won the toss, but deferred to the second half. Here come the Razorbacks.
Check 1, 2.
Yeah, it's good.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Razorback TV. I'm Caden Markham.
And I'm Miles West.
Tonight we got a matchup with the Morrilton Devil Dogs and your very own Arkansas High Razorbacks. Now, Miles, coming into this game, it's going to be a tough game. Morrilton has a really, really high senior count. They have 31 seniors. Their entire defense is seniors. Their returning quarterback from offense last year threw 800 yards on us. So see if our defense can step up this year and try to keep that number down, minimized, and stop that passing game.
Yeah, I know that last year it was not really a close game. But going into this year, hoping for a little bit of a change, with the new head coach. And we got a new group of seniors coming in, and hopefully there will be a difference today.
Yeah, absolutely, Miles. We're going to have a pretty good game. We're hoping everyone's joining us here either in person or watching us through the stream on YouTube. And just stay ready for kickoff. How about them Hogs?
Kicking for Morrilton, number 47, Aaron Echelaz. Back deepest for the Razorbacks, number 7, Braylon Thompson.
And the Razorbacks getting ready for kickoff. Looks like they're going to be receiving it starting off. Get that offense going early, Miles. Some key playmakers this week to look out for that did pretty well last year. We had Roland Ritchie at wide receiver. We had Eli Waugh and CJ take both, 50-50 snaps at QB. Both played pretty well, pretty efficient in that 21-20 close loss to Little Rock Catholic. Looks like we're going to receive, Roland Ritchie on the reception,
Roland Ritchie on the return for the Razorbacks.
on the return.
Got a solid about 8 to 9 yards right there. Looking like they're going to spot the ball at the 29-yard line.
It'll be 1st and 10 Razorbacks at their own 28-yard line.
Pretty close. All right, Arkansas High offense rolling out there on the field tonight. Mr. Cleveland at quarterback.
CJ rocking some teal cleats out there, looking like a diamond in the rough. Looks like at receiver we got Braylon Thompson, Roland Ritchie. In the backfield, looks like we're rolling with
Zephaniah
Black. One of our good friends, Miles. We're going to motion Roland. It's going
to be a pitch to Roland. Looks like a little gain of about 2 yards right there by Mr. Roland Ritchie.
Roland Ritchie takes the pitch, tackled by number 8, Dominic McCoy. Gain of 2 on the play, 2nd and 8 Razorbacks from their 30.
Razorbacks ready for second down. That's going to be a handoff to Zephaniah Black up the middle. He's going to get a couple yards. Looks like his offensive line's going to push him a couple more. It's going to bring up a 3rd and short for the Razorbacks on their first drive.
Zephaniah Black on the carry, brought down by several Devil Dogs, including number 50, Delucian Jarrett. It'll bring up 3rd down and 4 for the Razorbacks from their 34.
3rd and 4 right here. See if the Arkansas Razorbacks can convert. It looks like it's going to be a throw. He's rolling out right. He chucks it deep to Roland Ritchie, and it looks like it's going to be intercepted.
By number 4 from Morrilton. He hasn't been brought down yet. No whistles blown. It looks like it's going to be a pick 6 for the Morrilton Devil Dogs.
They're going to go all the way.
Pass is intercepted for a return for a touchdown.
Miles, what did you see on that play? Broken coverage. Talk to me.
I mean, he rolled out. He's a left-handed QB, rolled out to his right side, already difficult enough, and just looked like he threw the ball too short right there. Roland Ritchie wasn't really open. Kind of looked like a sack, double coverage right there, and led to an interception and a bad mistake. Should have probably just taken the sack right there.
Aaron Echelaz to attempt the extra point.
Morrilton lining up for the extra point.
And the extra point
is good.
Barely good, but it is good. That'll make the score 7-0.
Went from 6 to 7.
All right, Miles. All right, Razorbacks offense about to come back out there. They're number one thing they need to do coming into this drive, they need to forget what happened last drive and do what they know best. That's, a couple pitches, a couple draws, give the ball off to Tony and Zeph, let them get, eat some yards, and then let's see if we can find a receiver open down low.
For sure. I'm excited to see what these Arkansas High boys can do on defense. I was not at the last game, but I'm hoping that the defense will step up right here and show me what they got.
Back deepest for the Razorbacks, number 1, Roland Ritchie, and number 5, Tony Noble.
Razorbacks ready to receive again. It's going to be another kick towards Roland Ritchie. He's going to turn up, cut back upfield, and get a couple more than what he did last time. Probably about 10 to 12 yards right there on that run. That was a great run by Ritchie and the Razorbacks, putting him in a little bit better position than last time starting out.
You're right. Great return by Roland Ritchie right there. Put him in a pretty good field position. See what they can do right here. Honestly, I think they should just start running the ball until it gets to that 3rd and long. See if they can work on that ground and pound football.
Absolutely. CJ is a young quarterback. You don't want to get him feeling not confident in himself and his ability to make throws, so I agree with you 100%. But it looks like they're going to go with 5 receivers here. Got to be a
empty backfield.
Got to be a pass right here, right?
I mean, that's what it's looking like for these Arkansas Razorbacks.
Now,
maybe something to boost his confidence.
Yeah, now one thing I will say, the Razorbacks have a great wide receiver core, have a lot of talent. CJ's going to step up in the pocket, nowhere to go, and he's going to get brought down just back at the line of scrimmage. Wasn't able to find an open receiver there. Razorbacks going to have to get something going early.
He was just absolutely smothered right there. All the defensive linemen crashing in. O-line not doing so great on that play right here. They need to recover, and they need to make something big happen for this football team. And everyone knows that winning games is really crucial with the O-line, so it's going to be a really big part on them.
Interesting to see Grayson Orange moving to right guard. CJ's going to throw downfield to Braylon Thompson, and just out of reach. That would have been a huge play for the Razorbacks and a huge boost of momentum. Like I was saying, Miles, last year Grayson Orange was our center. Now he's moved to right guard, maybe using more as a pull factor, pull him across that line, really put someone down on the ground, let that lane open up for one of those running backs. Interesting to see him at right guard. Keep an eye out for that one on this game.
Back in shotgun.
CJ takes the snap. Oh, and there's going to be a flag on the play.
Looks like a false start against the Razorbacks here. They're going to move back 5 yards. Man, it's been a rough start for this Arkansas Razorback tonight. They really need to get going.
After the penalty, it will be 3rd and 14 Razorbacks.
3rd and 14 is going to be a long one here for the Razorbacks. It's going to be really crucial for them to get this play and get a first down and keep that momentum moving. CJ's going to step back, and he's going to get brought down, sacked again. That's going to be a 4th and long for the Razorbacks.
Sacked by number 33, Darian Tonigay.
Like I was saying just a second ago, the biggest factor of this game, I think, is going to be that offensive line. And right there, crumbling just once again, leading into a big sack, and they're going to punt here on 4th down.
Cody Wilder in the back. Punt for the Razorbacks. It's going to be kicked out of bounds at the 45.
We'll go out of bounds. It'll be 1st and 10 Devil Dogs from their own 45-yard line.
Arkansas defense out there on the field getting ready. Let's see what these boys can do.
This is a very different defense than we had last year. We got a couple dogs back at DB and safety like DeQuaylen Riley, Braylon Rayfield. Safety, we got Jaden Solon, and it looks like Xavier Hill Crawford out there in the backfield. Keep an eye on 23 here. Look at him to make a play. It's going to be a quick pass to number 5 for the Morrilton Devil Dogs, and he's going to break a couple tackles. Get a first down, but get brought down soon after. Bring up another first down for the Devil Dogs.
A lot of Razorbacks right there trying to take him down. Got to think they got to be able to make these open field tackles right there. If they would have made the tackle a little bit earlier, you know, maybe they wouldn't have got that first down. So it's all about making those tackles.
The Devil Dogs stepping back. He's going to pass again. It's going to be incomplete, trying to find his receiver quick on a slant. Comeback route. And it's going to be a 2nd and 10 for the Devil Dogs.
Solid tackle right there. But it looks like number 21's Orion Randall taking out his knees. And that is a really good tackle right there. Really good loss. Not loss. Stop.
We're a little rusty, Miles. It's
yeah,
I'm
quite rusty.
This would be a huge stop for the Razorbacks here on 3rd down. We're going to motion number 15. He's going to step back and pass once again. He's going to have his receiver, but it's going to be dropped. That's going to bring up a 4th and long. Got to think the Devil Dogs are going to punt the ball away here. That was just some great coverage right there on defense by our guys. I mean, that guy just had no chance to catch that ball. The quarterback threw it a little bit high, just a little bit out of reach. Just try to grab it with one hand, and our guys were all over that. That's going to bring up a 4th and long for the Devil Dogs.
Looks like they're going for it possibly right here, keeping the quarterback in the game.
Dicey play here to go for it this early on in the game. Trying to get a ball start right there to get an extra 5 yards. Not going to fall for it. He's going to be back there by himself again. Empty backfield. Wide receivers spread out. Look for a pass here from the Devil Dogs. And that's what it's going to be. He's going to step back, swarmed, and it's going to be caught. And he's going to walk it in for a Devil Dogs touchdown. That's going to bring the score 13-0 pending the extra point. Arkansas Razorbacks, they were playing really good defense there, just really got, unlucky on that play right there. If he would have stopped that ball, even picked it, as you've seen, he tried to make a jump out for it, would have been really big for the Razorbacks. Instead, it ends up being a touchdown for the Morrilton Devil Dogs.
On that play right there, Jakeem Peoples had some great coverage on him, but couldn't quite make the play there at the end, and it resulted in that touchdown right there. It looked like they were kind of caught off guard as well.
Yeah, that's going to be up and good. That's going to bring the score 14-0. Morrilton Devil Dogs 14, Arkansas High Razorbacks 0. If you are just tuning in with us, we have 8 minutes and 40 seconds left in this first quarter. Plenty of ball left. The Razorbacks are not behind in this game at all. They just got to keep fighting and keep fighting and keep fighting, and that's what's going to be really crucial for this game is do we want it? How bad do they want it? And I feel like the Razorbacks had that bitter taste in their mouth from last year and the last week, itself on that crazy loss. I think the Razorbacks are really wanting it. They really have that drive to get this game done, but they're going to have to start getting it going early, especially down 2 touchdowns already in the first quarter.
Right there, it kind of just looks like they're still a little bit asleep from wherever they came from today. Watching that, Morrilton is running a very fast tempo offense, and it is actually messing up Morrilton's offense. As you can see, they look rushed as well, trying to pass the ball. Quarterback can't make very many great throws right now with the fast tempo. So that means Arkansas is doing something. But in situations like that, I don't know, maybe a timeout needs to be called.
And the kick looks like it's going to be rolling Richie once again, unless, nope, pardon me, number 5, I think it's Tony Noble on the, wow, what a run by Tony Noble. Doing what he does best, Miles, leaving off where he left last year.
Exactly. It looks like they're going to be around the 50-yard line right there. Big hit.
However, Miles, there is a flag on the play back there at the 30. Looks like that might be coming back on the Razorbacks.
That's already 2 penalties on the Arkansas Razorbacks tonight. That is not great.
After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 10 Razorbacks from their own 22.
Arkansas offense marching out there. Hopefully they can make a big play right here. Cleveland's still in at quarterback, and it looks like they got Zephaniah Black in the backfield.
Lined up with 2 receivers. CJ's going to step back and pass, and he's going to find Braylon Thompson downfield, and that's going to be a catch. Braylon Thompson catching the ball and getting absolutely every yard he possibly could right there on that yards after catch. What a play. That right there was just perfect example of what we are capable of this year.
Great confidence boost
Oh,
for the
wow.
team right here.
I'm so sorry. That was Roland Ritchie, not Braylon Thompson. I'm so sorry. Just an absolute physical play right there. Braylon's made plenty of those before. Roland Ritchie just proving that he can too. They're going to hand the ball off to Zeph now. Going to get caked up right past the first down. Excuse me, right past the line of scrimmage.
Looks like he got about 2 yards right there on that carry. Good little run. But, I mean, we got to talk about that throw and that catch. That throw was absolutely phenomenal. Stepping up in the pocket and being able to deliver that ball right into his hands. Hopefully they can get it into the end zone right here.
Absolutely. They took a play. They took a chance on that dicey play, and it worked out. They definitely got to capitalize. Cleveland's going to find
do it just over number 15, DeAndre Burnell right there. A little too high over his head.
Looks like he got that one off a little bit in a hurry. Looks like he felt some pressure there. If he had a couple more seconds, I guarantee you that would have been a touchdown. DeAndre Burnell, great receivers, got great hands. He's proven it every year he's played, every year that we've watched him. I'm super impressed by this wide receiving core. I mean, Braylon Thompson, Roland Ritchie, transfers from PG, an absolute dog. And it's going to be a handoff to Tony Noble. He's going to break a couple tackles. He's going to find the end zone. That's going to be a Razorback touchdown. That's how you make a statement. That's how you fight back. You get punched in the mouth, and you punch right back. Right there, the Razorbacks showing no resilience, no let up, going right after the kill, going right after the throw, and it ends up in a 6. Pending the extra point, could be 7. Miles, break that down for me.
Dude, I thought that was an amazing play right there. Tony Noble just running it right up the middle, walking over a couple of the Morrilton guys and punching it into the end zone. Great boost for this team, looking to come back and see if he can make this extra point.
Cody Wilder with the kick.
And it's blocked.
Blocked. And that's going to be 6 points for the Razorbacks. That's going to bring the score 6-14. Razorbacks down by 8. But showing some fight, showing they know what they are capable of. They know what they can do to keep in this game with the Morrilton Devil Dogs.
What a great drive right there. You know, it started off well with Tony returning it to the 50-yard line. That big chunk play by Cleveland and Roland Ritchie, and then Tony finishing it off, punching it in the end zone. We love to see that from these Arkansas Razorbacks. Hopefully that Arkansas defense can go back out there and show a little bit of what they were showing before, just not the touchdown part.
Absolutely, Miles. I mean, the defense really needs to step it up here. Give the ball back to Cleveland. He's feeling good. He's feeling great. Just threw a great pass. You know, let his running backs do the rest. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better drive right there for the Razorbacks. Cody Wilder with the kickoff here. Morrilton getting ready to receive. And that's going to be a great kick on the 10-yard line exactly. Swarmer Razorbacks coming after him, and he's going to get eaten up. Looks like at the 25. Whistle's blown, but he's brought back all the way down, and there's 2 flags on the play.
That's for sure going to be an unnecessary roughness call right there. There was no need for them to bring him down right there after the whistle being blown multiple times. You could hear it from the stands.
And that's going to be a costly penalty right there on the Razorbacks if that is what it is, Miles.
Yeah, look at them moving up. Man, 3 penalties already on these Razorbacks here, and penalties can definitely change the game for sure. Morrilton hasn't made very mistakes except for, you know, some missed throws. But other than that, they've been pretty spot on tonight. got to eliminate those penalties from the game for sure.
Morrilton more than likely going to start throwing the ball here. Yep. Steps back in the pocket, slings it out, and he's going to have a man, and he's going to drop the pass. Some pretty decent coverage right there from the Razorbacks. Looked like we had 2 deep on him, safety and a DB. He wasn't able to convert on that. That's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Morrilton Devil Dogs.
Great throw by their QB right there. Lit him a little bit too far. Coverage was pretty good. Just ended up overthrowing him. Corners got to get back further on that and hopefully make the play, because if they didn't look like they were going to make it right there.
They're going to motion number 9 here. Quarterback takes the snap. He's going to throw it. It's going to be dropped again. Scared of what 23 was about to do to him. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 10. Razorbacks so far holding up their own on defense. Needing to desperately get that ball back in the offense's hands right now. They are electric.
It's going to be a 3rd and 10 right here.
Quarterback's going to step back in the pocket, throw it over the middle again. He's going to get a 1st down. Number 15 looks like his go-to guy when he really needs it. That's back-to-back receptions for 15 on guaranteed, plays that they needed to get done. Like that 4th down conversion, which led to a touchdown, and that 3rd and long right there.
Yeah, their quarterback absolutely throwing a laser straight down the pipe right there. Donnell King, you could see that he got in the backfield. There was some pressure on the quarterback, but what a great play right there by him to make to stay composed in that situation.
21's going to break a few tackles. He's going to get brought down before he gets a 1st down by, looks like, Miles, that look like 21 to you?
I think that was 21 over there is Ryan Randall. He got the outside right there pretty fast. Got to have some outside contain right there. Let's see what this Arkansas defense can do.
Going to step back and throw it. Brought down before he could get a 1st down. It's going to bring him a 2nd short for the Devil Dogs.
That's going to be another tackle for Zarian Randall. Looks like he had some help right there. Defense lining up right here. Empty backfield. Throws it out to number 22.
He's going to do a cutback, but doesn't matter. He's going to get tackled. Morrilton moving the chains continuously.
Number 22 bringing him down right there.
Quarterback's going to hand it off to 23 on the outside.
And this play is going to get blown up with flags right here. Let's see what happened. Looks like it's going to be a hold.
Holding on the offense, that's going to be coming back, Miles.
Coming back a solid 5 yards. They had a good play going right there. Holding brings them back. Still a 1st down, though. It's going to be a 1st and 15 for the Morrilton. What are they, Dogs?
Devil Dogs.
Devil Dogs.
He's going to step back and throw again. And that's going to be an interception. Picked off. And it looks like he might bring that all the way back. Xavier Hill Crawford's at the 10. He's going to find his way in the end zone for a pick 6 on the Razorbacks. Xavier Hill Crawford doing what he does best. He is an absolute ball hawk. Xavier Hill Crawford, absolute great play right there. Quarterback just didn't have anywhere to throw it. threw it in the direction of his receiver. The receiver was not there, but guess who was? Xavier Hill Crawford. And that's going to result in a pick six. Razorbacks right back in this game. Huge momentum shift, 12-14. Looks like they're going to go for two here with CJ back out there at quarterback.
What a great play right there by Xavier Hill Crawford. It looks like the quarterback did not have much during that play. I don't know who he was throwing to right there, but Xavier was there waiting on him, and way to return the ball right there.
Timeout, Razorbacks.
There's going to be a timeout there from Coach Hood and the Razorbacks. Now that we got a little bit of time to break down, let's break down Coach Hood. Coach Hood is a coach who came in here, revamped everything, Miles. I'm talking about culture. Every single thing he came in here and brought to this organization at Arkansas High has been incredible. I mean, incredible coaching staff. The entire team seems like a family. I mean, they have just done incredible. And the offense and defense has spoken for himself so far. We have a pick six and a touchdown coming off of multiple different playmakers, and that's just what's so important about this team, and what's so incredible about Coach Hood is he came in here and he diversified. He had plenty of people, he had plenty of talent, and he diversified it, and he got everybody to the best that they needed to be. Each person is good at one thing, and it's incredible what they can do.
Looks like they're going for two right here. Everyone out there on the field. Let's see if they can convert right here on this play.
Be huge if they could. They're going to motion Tony. It's going to be a flag on the play.
It's going to be a false start. They're going to be moving back. It looks like there is some sort of confusion out there on the field right now. Hopefully they can clean it up.
I don't know about you, Miles, but I'm nervous and I'm eager to see how this is about to play out. It'd be really huge if the Razorbacks could convert this two-point conversion to get that scoreboard back to tied. He's going to step back. He's going to step up, step out of the pocket. Looks like he's going to try to take it himself, but he's going to get brought down before he can get it. That's going to leave the score 12-14 with 5 minutes and 19 seconds left in the first quarter. Now, Miles, talk to me a little bit about that play right there on defense from Xavier. I want to break that down a little bit more.
You know, like I was saying earlier, the quarterback looks like he just ran out of time. Kind of what happened to Cleveland earlier when he threw his pick six. Kind of looked like the same situation right there, except I don't remember seeing anyone in the area of Xavier. But Xavier was just there and was ready and was at the right place at the right time, you know, and that can happen.
Yeah. Now, Xavier Hill's got some pretty incredible genetics. His dad, Dennis Johnson, the bowling ball, University of Arkansas football. Versus Florida. If you haven't seen that game, I recommend you go watch it. That man's called bowling ball for a reason. Xavier Hill right there demonstrating why he's a bowling ball. Just putting his head down and running almost, 80 yards for a pick six. Absolutely incredible. He's an absolute ball hog. He's an absolute dog.
And that's something this guy's been doing all summer. I mean, if you were at any of Arkansas's games this summer, Xavier Hill Crawford shows a lot of promise in his play. And he is a great, great individual. And you see it right there with that pick six. Bringing back some life in this team.
Absolutely, Miles. He plays with a lot of heart and a lot of integrity. He takes this game very personal, and that's really important to have on this team. Looks like Morrilton's going to try to turn it back upfield. Looks like he's going to beat the kicker. Looks like it's going to be a rundown. Looks like he's going to take it all the way. That's going to be another touchdown for number 15. Now, it's really important we look at this, Miles, because 15 is who the quarterback has been targeting the most. He targeted 15 on that fourth down for the conversion and ended up in a touchdown. He targeted 15 on a third down play. That was third and long they needed to get to keep the momentum forward. And just right there, he received the kick and took it all the way back to the house. This game should be very high scoring. Both of these offenses have so much firepower and so much potential to just blow the scoreboard out. I mean, it's incredible what these two teams have done in the 5A division. Like I mentioned earlier, Morrilton having 31 seniors, incredible help when you have that much experience. It makes everything just that much easier. The extra kick is going to be good. That's going to bring the score 21-12. Morrilton Devil Dogs on top of the Arkansas High Razorbacks. However, Razorbacks have been showing plenty of fight. If you're just tuning in, we'd like to thank you. You have a little under 6 minutes left in the first quarter. Plenty of football left to play. Man, it has been a great crowd tonight. I got to tell you, Miles, I haven't seen the stands this packed in a while. I'm talking every single person on these rows is their shoulder to shoulder, and it's absolutely incredible what a new coach and a new culture can do for a high school football program. The band, the cheerleaders, the red line. I mean, everyone. JROTC's even taken a bigger part this year with helping with the hog. Absolutely incredible, and we're so thankful for each and every one of them, and we're so thankful for each and every one of you for tuning in and supporting your Arkansas High Razorbacks.
For sure, and I think that was one of Coach Hood's biggest goals here. You know, you guys coming to the games and supporting this Arkansas High football team, it really means a lot to them. And honestly, I think it makes them play better. The bigger the crowd they have behind them, the more confidence they have going into a game. So you guys being here is really important, and thank you for everyone that showed up tonight and everyone tuning in.
Absolutely. Looks like it's going to be Tony Noble getting that kick right there. He's going to try to cut upfield himself, not before he gets brought down by a couple Devil Dogs on the 30, but it's all right because the Razorbacks are itching to get in that end zone again. Miles, if you're the Razorbacks coming off of what just happened, your offense not really rested. However, they need to push down forward, and they need to get some points on the score. What are you doing?
Honestly, I'm sticking to what has been working. You know, I think they may have got a little lucky with that deep ball downfield. Those aren't going to work every single time, but, you know, Tony running the ball. Tony can run the ball really well right now. We've seen some promise out of Zephaniah, but hopefully this O-line will just hold up for him.
Looks like it's going to be handoff to Zephaniah. He's going to get a couple yards there, break a couple tackles, get a little bit closer to that first down mark. And just like you mentioned, you know, run the ball, and that's exactly what they did, Miles.
Yeah, solid pickup right there from Mr. Zephaniah Black. You know, the thing about this team is the running backs just have such a great dynamic going on for each other. We got a really good, strong running back, and then we got a really good, elusive running back.
Zephaniah on the carry again. And, you know, Miles, it reminds me of chemistry. Now,
Yeah.
No one has chemistry as good as me and you do up here in the booth. However, Tony and Zeph, they're pretty close. I'd have to say they're pretty close. But nobody's got me, and you were like peanut butter and jelly. Zeph and Tony are like the left and right shoe, in my opinion. I mean, they're absolute dogs. But, you know, chemistry is a huge part of this team. Like I said, although Morrilton has 31 seniors, we have quite a bit ourselves. And like I mentioned earlier, Coach Hood has really brought this team to a family. Everybody knows everybody.
No, for sure.
And looks like the Razorbacks are going to get the Devil Dogs on a false start or offsides. Don't know why I said false start there. My bad, guys. A little rusty still. We're going to be cooking in the second quarter. Don't worry. If you're just tuning in, Arkansas High Razorbacks, 12, Devil Dogs, 21, coming from Morrilton.
Arkansas offense back out there on the field. Honestly, right here, I would see a pass play coming. See what they do, and it is going to be a pass. And he chucks it down.
He's going to look for Braylon Thompson, and Braylon's going to drop. But there is a flag. Pass interference. Miles, did you see that too, or is it just me? Pass interference on that?
It looks like he took him down kind of early right there. BT smothered by the coverage, you know. And I bet he is itching to catch the ball right now. He's had a couple thrown to him, not been able to grasp it quite, but he's a great player, and we know that later in this game he will definitely make one of those big plays, and hopefully we can march ourselves up to the 30-yard line. It does look like it's going to be a pass interference, and the Razorbacks are going to march up the field.
It's going to be a handoff to Zephaniah Black, and he's going to get brought down right back at the line of scrimmage. Miles, talk to me. What should we do right here?
It's got to start with the offensive line right here. You can see Grayson Arns coming out of the game, something going on with him. But it does start with the offensive line going into this game. It looks like Jaquan Clayton is going out onto the field to play right guard. They have a backup right guard in the game. O-line already kind of struggling, so let's see how they can hold up right here. Looks like it's going to be a throw, and it's incomplete. Incomplete throw right there. You got the right tackle coming off the field. It looks like they're about to punt the ball right here on this 4th down.
Looks like to me it's 3rd down, Miles. Did I miss a play?
I'm really not sure right here. I mean, they got a lot of subs going in on the offensive line right now.
Looks like it's going to be a 3rd and long.
It is a third. It is a 3rd and long. Just a lot of subs on the offensive line. Let's see what's about to happen here.
CJ's going to drop back to pass. He's going to find coverage. He's just going to throw it and get rid of it before he's brought down by 2 Devil Dogs.
In the backfield quick, it looks like those linebackers blitz the quarterback, and the offensive line is just not holding up well. And that was one of the things that I keep talking about this game. We cannot press the matter more and more. They're going to have to really step it up if they want to win this game, and it looks like they're going to go for the punt right here.
Yeah, smart play. Don't want to give the Devil Dogs any type of advantage with how their offense has been rolling this game, and especially this early on. Cody Wilder back to punt.
Hopefully the defense can make a stop right here just like they did earlier in the game. Defense might have to win us this one, and the kick is blocked.
Covered by 22. That's going to be DeQuaylen Riley right there. Cody Wilder's kick blocked right there.
What a play. That was actually, that was Bogart right there.
22?
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
And that defense marching out there on the field.
Devil Dogs looking to score. However, the Razorbacks are looking to prevent that and get that ball right back on offense and try to score while they still can. They're going to motion a guy over. It's going to be a handoff to number 21. He's going to get tackled immediately back behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up a 2nd and long. Great play right there.
Great pressure by number 21's Ryan Randall. That is his 4th tackle of the night. He is playing electric, playing really good. A lot of Razorbacks there, though, to make that tackle.
It's going to be a complete pass from the Devil Dogs. It's going to bring up a 3rd and short.
Defense doing their job right here. Let's see if they can make this stop on this 3rd down.
They're going to step back, try to throw it. He's going to get a completion and a 1st down right there as the wide receiver is still cutting back. And once again, number 15 for the Devil Dogs receiving that ball, and that's no surprise. That's quarterback's number 1 target when they need something to get happen. Razorbacks should be picking up on that pretty soon.
Leading in another 1st down right there. I'm pretty confident, though, in these Arkansas boys. Hopefully they can make something happen right here.
It's going to be a handoff. It's going to get brought down before you can do anything. It's going to bring up a 2nd and long.
Donnell King right there, smothering him in the backfield, making that tackle pretty fast. Good play from the defensive line.
Another throw from the Morrilton Devil Dogs. Quarterback's going to try to run that one. He's going to get tackled, not getting anywhere. It's going to bring up a 3rd and long. Hopefully the Razorbacks can stop him from converting, getting that ball back.
Rolling out right there. Looks like a broken play happened. Didn't have anyone open, really. Picked up a little gain, but the Arkansas boys were there to stop him again.
And that's going to be the first quarter. The Morrilton Devil Dogs up 21-12 over your Arkansas High Razorbacks. If you're just tuning in, thanks for joining us. You have a great game to watch, and if you're in here in person, that's even better. Like I said earlier, the stadium is packed, and we love to see all the support for the Arkansas High Razorbacks.
State Farm, Jake Hamilton, J.E. Bonding, Lone Star Graphics, Langdon Polaris, Overhead Door Texture Cannon, as well as Wilton Henderson, Commercial National Bank, Vasquez Brothers Framing, 30 Point Service Company, and Davis Lumber. Thanks once again to Chicken Express for donating food to the press box. Remember, if you buy any concessions tonight, if you would help us out, drop it off at a receptacle on the way out of the stadium. There will be an event at the stadium tomorrow. And students, if you were dropped off, don't forget at the end of the third quarter, beginning of the fourth quarter, is the time to call your ride.
Morrilton Devil Dogs looking to get something going here. He's going to try to throw it long. That's going to be incomplete. Looks like it's going to be a pass interference on the defense. However, number 17 there just wasn't able to keep his hands off of him.
Quaylen Riley getting that pass interference right there. They're having a lot of trouble with number 15 tonight. Looks like he's a pretty good ball player, making a lot of plays, and they're going to advance up the field yet again.
Yeah, number 15 for the Morrilton Devil Dogs. He's a pretty fast kid, not going to lie. He's been cooking us on the secondary. We've got to figure something out to stop him.
Morrilton lining up again here, getting ready for this first down. Let's see what they pull out of their pocket.
They're going to motion number 12 here. And it's going to be a handoff to 22. He's going to find that outside, and he's going to find his way in the end zone for another Morrilton Devil Dogs touchdown. That's going to bring the score 27-12. Razorbacks needing to get back on the score to keep this one close. Pending the extra point, here comes the kicker.
Man, you can just see the wide open gap on that right side of the field. Looks like there was no linebacker there to make the play. Leading in a touchdown. He did not even get touched one time. Hopefully this defense can come back there and come back out there and make some plays the next drive. They really need it.
Absolutely. I know the offense is now fully rejuvenated from that long drive from the Morrilton Devil Dogs. Hopefully the Razorbacks can do something here and get back on the scoreboard. It's like maybe there was a timeout or something. Coach Hood talking to his players, getting them ready, getting them fired up for what's about to happen. He knows more than anybody that we got to score on this drive. And if we're not, it's not the biggest, deal breaker in the world. However, when we score, it gives us a little bit of confidence and gets us a little bit extra oomph on trying to keep us in this ball game, Miles.
Yeah, it just seems like right after we got that interception, you would think they have some confidence going back out there on the field. It's slowly crumbling away, though, with them scoring those 2 touchdowns right there. It's very crucial going into the second quarter. Arkansas offense looking to score right here would definitely change the game for sure.
They're going to try a little squib kick here. It's going to be recovered by the Razorbacks. However, he's going to fall on it. Smart play by number 4 there. CJ is getting ready to snap the ball. He's going to step back, look back to pass. He's going to find a receiver. Braylon Thompson is going to catch that ball. He's going to get tackled, but not after a huge gain for Braylon Thompson. And like you mentioned earlier, Miles, CJ's been targeting him, and he's been trying to just make that catch. Hasn't been able to yet with a couple of different reasons. Right there was a perfect example of what Braylon Thompson's capable of. Getting a great ball thrown to him, makes the catch, and even gets a couple more. If he would have beat that guy, it would have been a touchdown.
Exactly right there. CJ throwing a wonderful ball right there, just completely threading the needle in between those two safeties and DBs. Great ball right there by him. Big for this game.
Huge momentum shifter right there from the Razorbacks. It looks like he's going to look back to pass again. CJ's going to break a tackle, break another. He's going to try to run for himself with a couple men to beat, and he's going to get another big gain for the Razorbacks, almost a first down on that run. What a great play right there on a broken play in general. CJ not only can throw the ball great, but he is a great runner. He's absolutely athletic. He's tall and lengthy, and he uses them legs in the best way possible right there. Really reminds me a lot of a Taylor Green type build just from that left side. He's huge, he's long, he's lengthy, and he's got a good arm.
Exactly right there. Great play from Mr. Cleveland right there. Let's see what he can do this next play. Hopefully punch it in the end zone here soon.
It looks like he's going to throw it again to Braylon Thompson. That is going to be an Arkansas High Razorback touchdown. And who else better to throw it to than Braylon Thompson? What an absolute dot right there from Cleveland to Braylon. Great chemistry between them two. Both of them ball players, baseball and football. Already know each other well. He threw it up right for him. BT, all he did was just grab it, come down with it. Easy as making money. Absolute great play right there from the Razorbacks. Miles, tell me what you saw.
I saw a lot of confidence from both of them right there. You know, just a one-on-one route right there, a little fade route. And Braylon knew exactly where that ball was going, and so did Cleveland, and that was in the end zone right there. I told you guys they needed to punch it in the end zone, and that's exactly what they did right there.
Looks like there's going to have a offsides on Morrilton. Looks like it's going to be another chance for the Razorbacks here to get that 2-point conversion down. Now the score is looking like 18-28 for the Razorbacks, still fighting their way in this game. Like I said, it's going to be a high-scoring game, a lot of offense, and so far it's been proven that. And it looks like the Razorbacks are false start again on the Devil Dogs. The Razorbacks are going to get another attempt for this 2-point conversion, and if they don't convert here, it's going to be absolutely heartbreaking.
You know, right here, I think they should take a little bit out of the Philly playbook right here, maybe do a little tush-push just to push it right there in the end zone.
How about that Philly special from the Super Bowl with the Patriots from Tom Brady? Nick Foles throws it and then gets the ball thrown to him. Absolute dog right there, Nick Foles.
Yeah, he's got a lot of great nicknames. Nick Foles being a legend for sure. But hopefully these Arkansas Razorbacks can make a name for themselves and punch it in the end zone and get that extra 2 points.
Absolutely. Looks like CJ's going to snap. It's going to be another push. Looks like another penalty. False start on the offense this time. Interesting to see this going back and forth on, false starts. Really need to figure something out and get it going. Know your snap count. Let's get this 2-point conversion. Let's get back on defense. Stop them. Get that ball back and score again. All right, CJ's no longer up against the center. He's back some. Miles, what do you think's about to happen here?
Honestly, I have no idea. He's going in a shotgun. He's going to draw back for a pass.
He's going to find no one. Another 2-point conversion fail. That's going to leave that score 18-28. Only down by 10. That's a touchdown and a field goal. Razorbacks using their tusks to fight their way back in this one against them Devil Dogs. Just got to find a stop on defense, and I think they'd be in pretty good shape moving into halftime.
Not being able to convert these extra points is really tearing them down. You know, if we would have just made the field goal the first time or even tried to go for it the second time, we would be a lot further ahead than we are right now. But hopefully going in to this next drive, this defense can make a stop.
Absolutely, Miles. It's really going to be crucial for this defense to make a stop, like you said, and not just going for that extra point. Could be a decision maker later on in this game, depending on how much more offense we see out of these two teams.
And like you said earlier, this game has just been an offensive battle going back and forth. Even the defense and special team making plays here for both of these squads. High scoring game here.
Cody Water getting ready to kick off. Morrilton's back, ready to receive. And it's going to be... Looks like we might have got that ball back, not going to lie. Oh, Morrilton's going to keep it as they stepped out of bounds with it. That was a close play right there, Miles. Would have been huge if the offense or the defense, if the kicking team was able to recover that ball and get that ball that close to the end zone for a first and goal situation. However, it's going to be deep territory for the Morrilton Devil Dogs. Now is the best time for the Razorbacks to step up on defense and establish themselves early while they still can of what they can do right now. Miles, if you're on defense, what are you doing? What are you going to do to prevent 15 from getting that ball?
Right now I'm putting a lot of pressure on the quarterback. I'm sending a lot, and, you know, I'm putting a lot of pressure on him so that he can't get the ball to 15, you know, them being this close to the goal line, but we'll see what happens.
They're going to motion another guy out, and they're going to try to throw it to him. 24 is going to look like he'd be all over it, but he's going to break that tackle. It's going to be number 11 bringing him down.
Looks like it's going to be a first down there for them Dogs.
Was that 11 or 17, Miles?
I'm going to take a guess. I'm going to say it was 17.
That's going to be DeQuellen Riley on the tackle. Morrilton's going to hand the ball off. He's going to try to break on that outside again. Not going to be able to do it. He's going to be swarmed by a couple of hogs right there. It's going to bring up a third down.
Number 34 struggling to take him down right there for the TFL. But gladly they got him back. They got him in the backfield for no gain, I don't think.
Excuse me, second down, not third down.
You can see this defense talking right here, trying to get all lined up.
Quarterback's going to hand the ball off again. He's going to break on that outside edge, try to get through. 23 is going to bring him down before he can get too much more damage done.
You can just see this Morrilton offense attacking the outside over and over and over again. You know, these linebackers really got to step up and make a play on that outside contain, and tonight they're really struggling with it. Every single time that running back gets outside contain or gets the outside, it just looks like, you know, he can reach out for a touchdown.
Absolutely, Miles. They really got to get that guy stopped, and they got to stop 15. Those two guys right there were making all the plays for Morrilton. It's so simple just to get them two down, and they would be set for the game.
Empty backfield. Looks like they're going to motion a back into the backfield.
It's going to be a pass to none other than 15. He's got a blocker in front of him, but he's going to get brought down before he can get a first down. It's going to bring up a second and short. Razorbacks really need to get this third down.
Looking like McDowell made the tackle right there. A bunch of hogs smothering him right there. Morrilton barking at that first down. See what I did right there?
I seen that barking at that first down. Quarterback's going to step back again. He's going to try to throw a long ball. It's going to be caught by 19. Looks like the DB there just failed. Looks like he might be hurt. He's coming on to the sideline. Just couldn't keep his grounding there and just ended up falling, leaving that receiver open.
rough mistake. Puts Morrilton up against the goal line yet once again. Let's see what's about to happen right here on this play.
It's going to be a low snap. 21's going to take it himself. He's going to get tackled. Looks like Gavin McDowell again on the tackle. The dude is just pesky, man. Just will not give up. He's trying so hard, like the rest of that defense, to give up another touchdown of this Devil Dogs offense, which has been scorching hot. Morrilton's going to snap, hand the ball up the middle, and he's going to get brought down before he can get in the end zone. That's dangerous right there. He's in dangerous territory right there for the Hogs defense right there. That's going to bring up a 3rd and short on this 3rd and goal. Miles, talk to me about that defense. What do they need to do to stop that run game?
It's all starting with that defensive line and those linebackers getting a lot more pressure in there on the QB, and we're not seeing a lot of that tonight. Looks like they were trying to draw him off sides right there. They also kind of don't look ready when it's coming up to some of these plays. They got to be more aggressive and go after that ball.
You got to expect the Razorbacks to just defend this at all costs. And looks like it's going to be incomplete. Wow. Some great coverage right there from the Razorbacks, and some great coverage by number 25 there.
You know what I'm really seeing right here is Arkansas did bring some pressure right there, brought both of the linebackers coming down, but they got guys there ready to pick them up. This offensive line for Morrilton doing absolutely phenomenal here tonight. Let's see if the defensive line can crack them down.
It's going to be 4th down here for the Morrilton Devil Dogs. Razorbacks would have a huge momentum if they could stop this from happening. It's going to be a double lateral, and he's going to get brought down, but not before he finds his way in the end zone for another Morrilton Devil Dogs touchdown, bringing the score 34-18, pending this extra point.
I'm going to be completely honest with you right there. That was a great play design by the Morrilton Devil Dogs right there. I could not see where the ball went until it was in the end zone.
Yeah, Miles almost fooled me up here. I seen it first going to 21, then he, sweeped it back to the other side and just ran on the opposite side, and it looked like he just had to walk into the end zone. Was, like you mentioned, a great play call from the Morrilton Devil Dogs. The kick is up, and no good. Gonna leave that score 34-18. Razorbacks about to take back over on offense, knocking on the door for another touchdown with the way this offense has been going.
Coming back out there on the field, the defense actually did not have a terrible drive right there. There was some promise right there in those boys. But coming back out here, we got to see what the offense can do. Hopefully they can go in strong yet again and punch it in the end zone. But being down like this, 34-18, with 7 minutes and 6 seconds left in the second quarter, the offense definitely needs to do something, but this defense has to make a stop if they want to win this game.
Absolutely, Miles. And I was mentioning, we both mentioned how these offenses have been. It's just been an offensive slaughterhouse, but defense wins championships, and defense is something that we need to be able to get and need to be able to figure out. If we could just stop this offense, they really haven't been able to stop us on defense themselves. If we can just get a couple stops on defense, really establish that momentum change, let us get back in the lead, it'd be crucial for those Razorbacks to end up in a dub.
Exactly. And you got to think of what Coach Hood is thinking right here, being down like this to the Morrilton Devil Dogs. You got to think of what kind of scheme they're about to run here on this offensive drive. Hopefully they stick with the run game a little bit more.
Another squib kick right there from Morrilton is going to result in a huge gain for the Razorbacks. By 21's Ryan Randall. He's going to get it all the way to the 50-yard line, putting the Razorbacks in great position and a chance to score once again. CJ looks like he's going to be back out there in the backfield by himself. Looks like he's getting his play. Receivers lined up 3 on the right side.
Empty backfield, like you said. Let's see what about to happen. Got to think it's a pass.
Gonna drop back. He looks like he's getting brought down by his own
Teammate
right there. Maybe just couldn't get a grasp of who he was trying to block there.
Yeah, that was definitely an awkward play right there. Looks like left tackle Malachi tackled his own quarterback just about. Maybe he lost out of his guy. Who knows? Rough play, though, right there for the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Cleveland back there by himself once again. Another empty backfield. 5 receivers out. He's going to step back, try to pass. He's going to roll out the pocket, and he's going to just throw it away. All we had, Braylon Thompson, wide open in the back, down low in the back. All he had to do was just get his read. Looks like he got a little rush right there, Miles.
Yeah, a lot of pressure here this game on the quarterback, man. He just keeps getting absolutely plummeted by their defense. A lot of guys rushing up on him, not having a lot of time to throw the ball. And right there was a result of the O-line not doing great blocking right there. Rolling out left, even though he's left-handed, it looks like, too much pressure right there, and he threw it into the dirt. Back in shotgun formation right here. Empty backfield.
Razorbacks going to motion Tony Noble. So he's just going to take the snap. Plenty of time in the pocket now after he evades a couple tackles. He's going to get sacked again, bringing up a 4th and long for the Razorbacks.
Right there again on that play. You just see a whole bunch of the Devil Dogs in the backfield again on that play. It's a sad sight for these Arkansas Razorbacks. They definitely got to get some talking to that offensive line, and they definitely got to step it up. Grayson Orange, though, has been out of the game for a while. You got to think about what is wrong with Mr. Narns here.
Could be possible injury, Miles. You never know. Cody's going to be back there to punt again. And it's going to be a great punt this time, just near the 20.
Looks like it rolled out just around the 20-yard line, putting the Devil Dogs back in their own territory. Hopefully the defense can capitalize off this special teams punt right here and make a stop. They need it more than anything right here to come back in this game.
Once again, if you're just tuning in, the score 34-18. Morrilton Devil Dogs with 34. Your Arkansas High Razorbacks 18. 5 minutes, 28 seconds left in the second quarter. Still plenty of football left to play. Razorbacks got to get some defensive stops if they want to keep themselves in this game.
Defense back out there on the field. Looks like it's going to be a run right up the middle. And he's going to get a good gain for it looks like about 10 yards. I'm not sure if he got the first down right there.
Pardon me.
Man, he just ran it right up their throats. You saw the massive gap in between that O-line right there. And I'm telling you, these Morrilton boys are really doing well on the offensive side of the ball today with their offensive line.
Quarterback's going to step back and throw again. 17 this time. That's going to be a first down. Still not brought down. Still no whistles. A first down and then some for the Devil Dogs.
I think right here, more than anything, you need to see these Arkansas High boys step up and be more physical. I think that is the element that they have been struggling with tonight, you know, missing a lot of tackles and leaving a lot of open gaps. They got to be a little bit more physical and tear down this Morrilton offense right here.
Absolutely, Miles. It's just not really been able to just have anything going for them necessarily on the defensive side of the ball. I mean, the DBs have been great. We just got to get that line to get that line to apply some more pressure up front on the quarterback and running back to get him a little bit uncomfortable. He's in a really good rhythm after that pick six. He's been in a really good rhythm since then. We really need to get him out of that, get him feeling a little uncomfortable, get these fans in the stands get loud, make him feel, you know, stadium pulse.
Right there, good stop by the defense. Ran right, didn't see anything over there. Tried to get in the cutback lane, but we had multiple guys there to make the stop. Great play by the Arkansas Razorbacks.
They're going to snap it. It's going to be a short gain for their Morrilton Devil Dogs. Looks like it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. 3rd and 6 maybe.
Yeah, it's going to be 3rd and 6 for the Morrilton Devil Dogs right here. Let's see if this defense can capitalize and hopefully not let them get the first down.
Looks like there was a flag on the play on the Razorbacks. That's going to be moving them up to an automatic first down. Oh, never mind. It's still going to be 3rd down. It's going to be 3rd and short for the Devil Dogs. Another handoff. He's going to get a first down and maybe some more. Trying to break on that outside corner. Jaden Souls coming at him. Jaden Souls is going to knock him out of bounds, keep him from finding that end zone. Good play by them on defense to stop him from finding that end zone. But it will be another first down for the Devil Dogs.
I thought it was a pretty solid recovery right there from Mr. Jaden Soul, being able to push him out of bounds right there, but they laid up a lot of yards right there. Again, able to shoot to the outside and pick up a lot of yards. Got to have better outside contain. Sorry for that, guys. Caden Markham there with a little sneeze, you know.
Sorry about that, guys.
It happens. It happens. It's natural. It's natural. It happens to everybody.
Battling a little sinus infection, a little cold all week, trying to keep it pushing. Morrilton's going to step back and throw it, and it's going to be another catch, and it's going to be a touchdown for the Morrilton Devil Dogs. That's going to bring that score to 40-18 against the Razorbacks. Razorbacks desperately needing an offensive score to keep themselves in this game before going into halftime. If you're just tuning in, 40-18 Devil Dogs with the 40 Razorbacks 18. 2 minutes, 35 seconds left in this second quarter before we head to halftime. Make sure not to go anywhere with band, red line, and possibly even cheer doing their halftime shows. And the kick is good. That's going to bring that score to 41-18. Still 2 minutes, 35 seconds left. Razorbacks getting ready to get the kickoff. Really, really, really need them to get an offensive score here to keep themselves within it when they go into halftime. Miles, little under 3 minutes left. What would you do? A little 3-minute drill. How would you get that ball downfield as quick as possible and find their way in the end zone?
You know, I think Cleveland needs to establish a lot of his confidence right here before going into halftime. He's got to establish something. This team crumbling pretty hard right now on the defensive side of the ball. Looks like we got an injured player down on the field as well. Rough start. Like I was saying right there, going into this 3-minute, Cleveland's got to establish some confidence. I think you start with some checkdowns, some quick and fast checkdowns, and you got to run a tempo offense right here.
Absolutely. Looks like that's number
4 running the ball right there. That looks like Cedric.
Is that Will Dunbar's little brother?
That is.
Wearing his number 2. Coach Hood talking to his players. He knows just as good as anybody. This drive matters a ton, and it matters a ton for the rest of the season, and it needs to be played with almost perfection. No penalties. Discipline needs to be the number one thing. You need to play, like you said, an upbeat tempo. Get that ball out of Cleveland's hands fast. You know, he can sling that ball or get that ball to Zeph and Tony and let them turn upfield. Either way, they know what they have to do on this drive. Everyone knows what they have to do on this drive. The question is, can they do it? And I absolutely believe they can. So here we go. CJ's going to step back, and just like you said, he's going to throw a quick pass.
Looks like the
Braylon Thompson.
play is going to be called dead. Not really sure what happened right there.
Yeah, Miles, I'm not really sure what happened there. I'm just a little bit confused. I mean, that would have been a great play for the Razorbacks. Braylon Thompson would have had the ball in the backfield. However, he had a wide open gap over there on that left side of the field. And everybody knows when he's running downfield, he turns up. I mean, he is just an absolute freak of an athlete. I mean, it's crazy how fast he is.
Looks like it's going to be a second down now.
Cleveland's going to step back. He's going to evade the pocket once again. He's going to find Roland Ritchie, and it's going to be incomplete, just short, out of the hands. Would have been a great play right there if Cleveland was able to convert and get that ball to Roland. Just like you said, he rolled out to his right like he did earlier, just a little bit of an uncomfortable throw, just a little short. Roland slipped back trying to come back and get that ball. It's going to bring up a third and long. I guess that was a penalty earlier on us.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what happened earlier with that play. They called it dead pretty fast and went into second down. And like you said, again, yeah, him rolling out to that right side, being a left-handed quarterback, you know, automatically just makes the throw harder for everybody. And he couldn't quite get the completion right there. I believe that on that first play right there, his knee was down when he caught the ball, and so they called the ball dead.
Ah, okay. Cleveland's going to step up, and he's going to let it out. And he's going to be incomplete. It's going to bring up a 4th and long for the Razorbacks. If I'm the Razorbacks, I'm going for it. You got to right here. If you could get that ball downfield and get a first down and keep this, drive moving forward, it'd be great. But it looks like they're going to bring out that punt team. Cody Wilder getting ready to kick that ball. 1:33 left in the second quarter, so about to finish this half. And the Razorbacks are giving the ball up, giving that ball right back to Morrilton on offense.
You know, I don't hate it right here. They're pretty close into their own territory. Got to get rid of the ball. They don't want Morrilton to score again before half. If they did, it would completely just ruin the confidence going forward. Looks like the number 19 is going to be returning it. Number 44, Jeremiah Vardaman, making the tackle right there.
Coming back right now, Morrilton right there just handing the ball off, got a couple yards. Looks like the Devil Dogs getting ready to snap the ball. Trying to get a little false start there on the defense, not going to get it. It's going to be another handoff to 22. He's going to try to break free, but he's not. He's going to get brought down by 2 Razorbacks who like Gavin McDowell and 94. It's going to be Tajay McGraw on the tackle.
Gavin McDowell is actually not in the game right now. That is Jeremiah Vardaman.
Jeremiah Vardaman.
Number 44.
44.
Making those last 2 plays right there.
My apologies to Jeremiah and Gavin. Quarterback steps back, trying to throw, let it out, and it's going to be, looks like going to be
incomplete right there.
it's
Jakeem
going to be a
people.
complete
Oh, really?
pass. I guess they said he had a foot in. To me, it looked like that was definitely an incomplete pass. That was great coverage by the Razorbacks right there, by number 23.
Yeah, great coverage right there. Definitely thought it was out of bounds. You could see from the referee over on this side, he was waving his hands. No. Thought it was an incomplete pass, but
Oh, there's going to be a flag on the play.
ball start by the Morrilton offense here. They're going to be moving back. Penalties catching up with this Morrilton offense, making more mistakes. And hopefully that is a cause of this Arkansas defense.
Absolutely, Miles. They're just starting to – you might take them a while, but they're starting to find their groove. Like you said, they're beating down on that front line, which has been incredible for the Morrilton Devil Dogs here. And maybe they can get a little bit more going, a little bit more penalties, make this offense a little bit more sloppy. And that's going to be overthrown, almost another interception with 2 deep back there on that guy. And that's going to bring up a second or third and long.
Mr. Tykavion Sanders getting in the backfield, putting a lot of pressure on that quarterback. And it ended up in a timeout. It looks like it's going to be here from the Morrilton Devil Dogs.
Second and long here for the Morrilton Devil Dogs. Razorbacks hoping to get that stop. Everything. Morrilton stepping back, trying to let it out. It's going to be the last play of the game. And that's going to be an incomplete pass. That's going to bring us to halftime. Thanks for tuning in, folks. If you just came on, Morrilton Devil Dogs 41, your Arkansas High Razorbacks 18. We'll be right back as soon as that second half starts.
continued halftime entertainment, we are proud to present the Razorback Marching Band. The Razorback Marching Band's member of the week is Paris Coulter, and the section of the week is the Flutes. Featuring the music of Lucas Graham, Bob Thiel, and George David Weiss, the Razorback Marching Band is proud to present their 2025 show, There's a Place. Drum majors Grayson Orange and Jude LeVay. Is your band ready?
There is a place where the sun ends and before the sleep begins. And there the grass grows soft and white. And there the sun burns crimson bright.
The Razorback Marching Band is under the direction of business leader Micah Brown, Ashley Kegley, Jacob Capper, Samuel Robertson, with assistance from color guard coordinator Frankie Schaefer. Ladies and gentlemen, your Arkansas High School Razorback Marching Band!
Your halftime entertainment sponsored by Tally Alley. We invite you to visit the concession stands tonight, get you something good to eat and something cool to drink. If you would, as you head out of the stadium tonight, take your trash and drop it in a receptacle, as there is an event at the stadium tomorrow, and that will help us out quite a bit. Don't forget, any students that were dropped off at the end of the third quarter or start of the fourth quarter, that would be the time to call for your ride to come to Razorback Stadium. And we want to say thanks again
The Chicken Express for donating food to the press box tonight and throughout the season.
Ferguson Industrial, Lynn McDowell. Southwest Title, Canadian Trophy Quest Hunting Outfitters, Integrity Electrical Inc., TDC General Contractors, Chris Williams Painting, and Los Tacos on State Line. As we begin the third quarter, Devil Dogs to receive. Cody Wilder kicking off for the Razorbacks.
Cody Wilder getting ready to kick off. Gonna be a quick kick. Looks like he's gonna call a fair catch on that one.
These Arkansas Razorbacks going into the third quarter. Just want to say we are back, and we are ready to bring you guys some great football here these last two quarters of the game. Hopefully they can come back and really spur it on these Devil Dogs, put some points up on the board, and get some stops.
Pardon me, guys. Got the sniffles and the sneeze. Devil Dogs getting ready to come back out here on offense. Hopefully Arkansas can get them some big stops this half on the defensive side of things. And it's going to be a Looks like it's going to be an interception for the Razorbacks, and it is going to be an interception. A deflection off of the Morrilton Devil Dogs wide receiver ends up in a Razorback's hands, and that's going to turn that ball over, giving us great field position to start off this half and this first offensive drive.
That's exactly what you need coming out of the quarter. I mean, coming straight out of halftime, getting an interception on the second play of this half, that is great. Just great for these Razorbacks right here. Now they just have to capitalize on the offensive side of the ball. Let's see what they can do. Hopefully they can punch it into the end zone.
Absolutely, Miles. It looks like the Razorbacks are going to go with a different quarterback on this drive as Eli Wall comes out as quarterback wearing number 10. Eli Wall, the great baseball player, great football player, brother of Nate Wall, who also used to play out here as Arkansas as the quarterback and was also a great baseball player. And it's just going to be a handoff to, looks like Zeph right there. Just going to grab a couple yards, bring up a 2nd and short.
Looks like it's going to be about 2nd and 4 right there with a 6-yard gain from our guy Zephaniah Black right there. That's exactly what you like to see on the start of a drive. A good 6 yards by the running back, running it straight up the middle. I like how aggressive the O-line was right there. Let's see if they can do it again.
Eli Wall getting ready to take the snap. And it's going to be another handoff to Zephaniah Black. This time he's going to keep pushing. Looks like he might get that first down this time, bringing up a new set of downs for the Razorbacks. Okay, never mind. They're not going to give it to him. It's going to bring up a 3rd and short. Miles, the Razorbacks coming out this drive, just running the ball, really pounding it up the middle. Do you think that's going to be what they're going to try to do for this half? Just run the ball, keep their head down, and just keep moving forward? Or what do you think is going to happen on the offensive side of things?
I really hope so. I really hope they stick with the ground and pound football. I mean, that's Arkansas high football at its best. Let's see what's about to happen here on this play.
I was going to have a chance to throw it. He's going to step up. He's going to get sacked, bringing up a 4th down for the Razorbacks. Looking like they might try to go for it here early on this half. Keep that momentum going forward.
And, you know, I liked what I saw the last 2 plays with the run. I'm not really sure why you go with the pass right there on a 3rd and 2 right there. All you need is those 2 yards. You need to try to force it in for that first down. And, you know, maybe they were trying to catch them off guard right there. But like I said earlier, I think we should stick with the ground and pound football game. Maybe switch it up between Tony and Zephaniah more. Last year, you know, we saw a lot of running from this team, and I think they were very productive off of it. But tonight, you've seen a lot of the pass game, and here again with the empty backfield.
Eli's going to step back and try to pass. He's going to evade the pocket. He's going to run up the middle. He's going to run quite a bit and get a first down as he slides and gets those Razorbacks into the red zone. Razorbacks knocking on the door for another touchdown. Be on the lookout.
Great play right there for Mr. Eli Wall. Man, that slide just looked so smooth, and you can tell that everything he does looks pretty smooth out there right now. The pocket's falling really fast, but it was really good of him to step up there in the pocket and get those yards.
Absolutely, man. He just looked absolutely fundamentally perfect. That's a handoff to Tony Noble. He's going to get a first down.
I love the gain right there with the run there again. Saw him get kind of clumped up on the inside, but he does a little juke to cut to the outside, getting a good pickup of some yards right there. Tony is really good at finding those gaps. And during this game, he has been a great, great player for us. Offense kind of confused right there. It looked like they were coming off the field, but they rushed back on the field to get set. 1st and goal for the Arkansas Razorbacks. Let's see what they're going to do this play.
Snap. And it's going to be a handoff to, they got Tony or Zeph in the backfield, Miles?
I'm pretty sure that was Zephaniah again, number 3. Running up, straight up the middle. Got some yards right there. Looked like a pretty solid run. That's what I like to see for a 1st and goal.
Looks like they're subbing out Zeph for Tony, getting ready to take this snap.
See, this is exactly what I like, what they got going on here. Two very dynamic backs, switching them out, letting both get enough touches. That's exactly what needs to be done.
And it's going to be another handoff. Tony trying
Oh.
to get on that outside, not going to be able to do it. That's going to bring up a 3rd and goal.
Just absolutely blown up right there. I mean, Tony saw no light right there, no gap. And, you know, that was tough. That was really tough.
Absolutely, Miles. Razorbacks needing to capitalize on this great field position they got off of that pick. Needing to end in a touchdown here would be huge.
See what happens for these Arkansas Razorbacks. Got to think they're going to punch it in right here.
Eli takes the snap. It's going to be a touchdown for your Razorbacks. What a play by the Razorbacks on offense. It looked like that was DeAndre Brunell on that catch for the touchdown. That's going to make this game just a little bit closer as they're starting to claw off that scoreboard. 24-41, 7:30 left in the 3rd quarter. Looks like they're going to come out and just kick, try to get that extra point here.
That's what I love to see from this offense. You know, they've been running the ball up the field, got some good yards, you know, focused on the run game. And when it got down to the goal line, quarterback was able to roll out to the right, pitch it out to his tight end, and get that quick and easy touchdown. Great play design right there by the coaches. I loved it.
Absolutely, Miles. It looked like the Razorbacks were able to sell the run on that entire drive because they were able to just succeed so much with it. And then once the defense were all in on that run up the middle, they were able to draw a little play and end up with a throw to be a touchdown. That's going to be the 2nd quarterback of the game for the Razorbacks who's thrown a touchdown. A lot of talent on this Razorback team. Just got to figure out how to put it together.
Fans, let's hear it for those Razorback cheerleaders, the best cheerleaders in the state.
Cody Wilder and the Razorbacks getting ready to kick off to Morrilton. Looks like 15's in the backfield getting ready to receive this kick. Got to be careful with him. He's an absolute speed demon, and he's shown it already with one of his own special teams touchdowns and another one thrown to him early on in the 1st quarter.
Great opening drives there for the Arkansas Razorbacks, getting the defense to stop early and getting that touchdown. That is exactly what you need coming out of halftime. Let's see if they can continue with the little hot streak they got going on right now and hopefully come out differently this half. 15 going to get a lot of yards right here. They can't quite get them down, but they do.
Right there on the 30. Going to put them in their own territory, getting at that defense, ready to go.
Mr. Jakeem Peoples making that tackle right there, number 8.
Morrilton's going to do another handoff on the outside. That running back's trying to find that edge. Look like he is. Looks like he's going to get taken down again by Jaden Soule. Another play by him to stop that running back from finding the end zone and doing more damage than he's already done this game. Great play right there for him being heads up.
I like what I saw right there from Jaden Soule. That was a lot of contact right there. Really good hit by him. That's his 2nd tackle of the game. But the thing is, they shouldn't be letting him get that far up the field. You know, Jaden Soule shouldn't be the one making that tackle. It's got to be those linebackers, and hopefully we'll see a change here in a second.
He's going to step back and throw. Looks like find number 9 is going to be incomplete.
Automatically there, it kind of looked like, oh, we've got a player down, actually. I think that might be the quarterback, Eli Wall, on the ground. Oh, wait, no, my bad. I think that is Zach Wardlaw on the ground. I don't know why I thought we were on offense.
getting ready after that injury timeout. Razorbacks still on defense. Morrilton looking to do something here. They're going to motion number 17. It's going to be a handoff to the running back. He's trying to find that outside, struggling to so far, and he's going to get brought down before he can get a first down or do any damage. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and long for the Morrilton Devil Dogs.
Robinson on the carry. Guy Eagles on the tackle. It'll bring up 3rd and 9 for the Devil Dogs.
Defense right here looking to make a stop. Quarterback's going to roll out right. Cut it up the field. Oh, and he fumbles the ball. Oh, nobody able to stay on top of the ball as it rolls out of bounds. Looks like Vardaman was right there as the quarterback dropped the ball, and it just rolled out of bounds. Donnell King trying to jump on the ground for it, just couldn't quite grab it, and that sucks for the Arkansas Razorbacks. A big mistake from the quarterback right there, and they just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
What a great defensive play right there from the Razorbacks. Quarterback got a little bit too much pressure, got a little bit too much nervous, dropped the ball. That's going to bring up a 4th and long, getting ready to punt. It's going to be a long snap. Still hasn't been able to recover. He's going to get it off, but it's going to be at the almost 50-yard line for the Razorbacks. They're going to be in great field position to start off this offensive possession.
Great defense right there from the special teams for the Arkansas High Razorbacks. Big mistake as well from the long snapper. He was able to get it off, but it still puts the Razorbacks in really good field position.
It'll be 1st and 10 Razorbacks at the 47-yard line.
Offense marching out there on the field. Right here, they got to score really big in this game in the 3rd quarter. If they score right here, it will be 32-41 if they make the field goal. Good run right there, right up the middle from our running back. Zephaniah Black right there with about a 5-yard carry. That's exactly what we like to see. They are sticking with the ground and pound game, and it's working for them.
That's going to be another handoff. Looks like he might have gotten that first down right there. Razorbacks marching down the field, once again coming back with their strategy they did from the last drive. Run the ball as much as they can, get that Morrilton defense sold on that run, and then come out of here with a pass like they did last time that resulted in Arkansas High touchdown.
Offense really showing some promising change right here with a new quarterback in the game. Been running the ball very well, been moving it up very fast. Love the tempo. 3rd down right here. Let's see if they can get it.
Looks like it's going to be a dead ball right there. It's going to be a penalty on the Devil Dogs. Razorbacks going to get to move up. You know they'll take that.
First down sponsored by Bunkell Bank. 1st and 10 Razorbacks at the Devil Dogs.
1st and 10 for the Razorbacks right here. Great for them. Real great for them. See if they can capitalize. They are doing awesome right now. I love what they're bringing to the table after coming out of the locker room. See if they can score a touchdown right here.
Absolutely, Miles. Everybody's feeling nice and rejuvenated. Eli Walls has been a great addition to this offense. Looks like it's going to be a low fumble. Razorbacks were able to recover, though.
Really close one right there. Eli able to jump on the ball right there pretty fast. Saved him from that big mistake. Could have led to something greater, but thankfully Eli was able to recover.
Eli Wall and Zephaniah Black in the backfield. Curious to see what they do here in a second and long situation. Another bad snap. Eli's struggling to fall on it. He is able to. That's going to bring up a 3rd and long for the Razorbacks. And what turned out to be a great start for the Razorbacks is going to be ending in a costly drive here if the Razorbacks cannot seem or figure out a way to get this ball downfield for a first down. Pass to Braylon Thompson. He's going to try to break a tackle, but he's going to get brought down shortly after. Probably a gain of 6 or 7 on there. That's going to bring out the punt team, Cody Wilder.
After 6 or 7 yards right there, you know, I can't help but I really wish they would go for it. I know it's not smart right now, but man, I love what I'm seeing from the Arkansas offense. Even through those bad couple plays through the last, even though we had a bad couple of plays, those last couple of plays, I see some promising stuff from the team right now.
Absolutely, Miles. They're playing the best ball they have all game, and they need to continue that for the rest of this game if they want a chance to get this one in the W column. Cody just barely able to get that kickoff. However, he does get it off, and it was a great one.
Still rolling back. They're going to spot it around the 21. Good punt there by Cam Wilder right there to put him at the 21-yard line. I love what I'm seeing. I love what I'm seeing after coming out of the locker room. It's gotten better. They've cleaned some stuff up. Hopefully they can get another stop right here.
Stepping back.
Great
Defense.
Great tackle right there. I loved it. Keem Peoples making that tackle, staying on him right there. You know, one thing that we have seen a lot of this game is maybe the linebackers are struggling, but the DBs, man, I love what I'm seeing from them. They have been making plays all night, interceptions, tackles, whatever you want to say, they've been doing it, and I love to see it.
Absolutely, Miles. I couldn't agree more with you. We have a great secondary back there as they're getting ready to throw, and it's going to be an incomplete pass. Could have been an interception. However, it's going to result in a 2nd and long for the Bulldogs.
Now, I'm not really sure what changed after halftime, but Morrilton coming out a little bit slower this second half, and that's exactly what we'd like to see, of course. But you see the struggle coming from this team. Hopefully, we can stay on their necks.
Running back trying to get on that outside edge. He's going to get swarmed by, looks like, 23 on the tackle.
Couple of hogs right there.
Jaden Sewell getting ready to lay one down before 23 got to him, put him down on the ground.
See now there again, just attacking that outside. You know, DBs have been making the plays and the tackles tonight, but when you attack the outside, it's harder because they've got the wide receivers blocking on the outside. Linebackers got to step up and make some plays.
Trying to throw it again to his running back. That's going to result in an incomplete pass. Started running before he had the ball in possession. That's going to bring up a 2nd down for the Razorbacks. 2nd down for the Devil Dogs. Devil Dogs getting ready to take the snap. It's going to be a handoff to 21. Once again, him trying to find that outside edge. Not going to be able to do it. That is Gavin McDowell on the tackle. Bringing him down, bringing up a 3rd and about medium range for the Devil Dogs would be a huge possession if the Razorbacks could stop them from scoring. He's going to step back, trying to throw it. He thinks he has his man down low, and that's going to be an incomplete pass. That's going to bring up a 4th down.
Defense applying a little bit of pressure right there on the quarterback. It's exactly what we'd like to see on the 4th down right there. Right here coming up. Looks like they're bringing out the punt formation.
Maybe the Razorbacks can give another what they had last time or even block this kick. Not going to be able to, but it's going to be kicked short. Looks like it's going to be at the 30.
Again, they're great defense from these Arkansas Razorbacks. I think they've definitely stepped it up. The offense needs to get pumped up and get ready to get out there. Go have some fun and go get the ball in the end zone. That is the main goal right now. Still being down by a little bit. They got to punch it into the end zone right here. And you got to think after a lot of these drives, defense making the stop. Every single time the defense makes a stop, it means that offense has to go out there and score. They got to change the game because without the offense scoring the ball, the defense is stopping them for no reason.
Eli Wall still back there at quarterback. Looks like Tony Noble in the backfield to start off this drive. 3 receivers deep. And it's going to be a handoff. He's going to be stuffed at the line by 2 Devil Dogs linemen. That's going to bring up a 2nd and long for your Razorbacks.
Again, right there, just swallowed right up the middle of the gap.
Eli Wall's getting ready to take the snap. He's going to try to pass this one. He's going to step up in the pocket. He doesn't have anybody, but he has a wide open lane. He's going to try to take it for a 1st down. It's going to get brought up just short of it, bringing up a 3rd and very manageable for this Arkansas High offense.
Right here again, automatically I think that they need to just run the ball right up the middle right here. Hopefully they pick up the 1st down. If not, even on the 4th down right here, I think they should still go for it. The offensive line has to hold up strong here to convert.
Absolutely, Miles. Looks like they're making a couple substitutions at wide receiver, keeping only Braylon Thompson in as the familiar face right now. Eli's going to watch the snap, and it's going to be a 4th and long for the Razorbacks.
That right there is exactly what you don't want to happen. On that 3rd down right there, botch snap, completely threw away that play right there, and that is a big one for the Razorbacks.
Absolutely, Miles. It looks like they're not going to go for it here. They're going to bring out their punt team with Cody Water back there getting ready to kick off. It's going to be an offsides on the Devil Dogs. That's going to bring a 1st down for the offense, and they're going to get a 2nd chance at this right here to potentially get a touchdown. Coach Hood talking to his offense before they take the field here.
Great opportunity for these guys. They've got to capitalize, though. That's the biggest thing. They have to capitalize during this play. That'll be the end of the third quarter. Going into your fourth quarter, 41-25. Arkansas, your Hogs are still not out of this game. With 12 minutes left in this football game, hopefully they can make something happen. Arkansas with the ball. Got to score right here. We'll let you know what happens.
Once again, we'll remind you, if you are a student and you were dropped off, now is the time to call for your ride to head towards Razorback Stadium. And if you would, after you leave, when you leave the stadium tonight, if you'll put your concession trash into one of the receptacles as we have an event at the stadium tomorrow, it would be appreciated.
We're back here starting this fourth quarter. These Razorbacks getting out there on the field. See what the offense can do.
Eli Wall getting ready to take this snap. Tony Noble in the backfield. He's going to step back, try to pass. There was a blitz there, trying to evade the pocket. He's going to move up in there. He's going to get a couple yards there, avoiding the sack and turning that botched play into a positive upside.
You know, I'm not mad there at all, you know. Could have been a lot worse. Eli was able to step up in the pocket. Looked a little nervous right there. Had a couple of linemen crumbling in on him, but he was able to still get the positive yards, and that's what we like to see. Like to see our quarterback fight.
Eli Wall and Tony Noble still back there. Sorry, Eli Wall and Zephaniah back there. It's going to be a pass to Roland Ritchie on that outside, trying to break free. He's going to break a couple tackles. He's going to get a first down for the Razorbacks as they're moving that offense up forward.
That's exactly what you like to see from Mr. Roland Ritchie right there, getting that first down for the Razorbacks, and they march up the field. Now, one thing that you're not seeing as much is them running the football. Cleveland in at quarterback here. Oh, wait, no.
Still Eli back out there. Eli's going to hand it off to Zeph there. Zeph's going to pound through the line and get a couple yards there.
My apologies. I thought Burnell was Cleveland there for a second.
You got to pay attention to the mint green cleats.
Yep. Eli getting ready to take the snap.
He's going to drop back in the pocket. Looks like he's trying to throw. Can't find a guy. He's just going to throw it out of bounds. That's going to bring up a 3rd and long for the Razorbacks.
Tough play right there. You know, Eli able to roll out of the pocket after those unfortunate plays. It looks like there's going to be a flag on the field.
It looks like
It's gonna be a
against
holding.
the offense.
Holding against the Razorbacks right there.
Eli Wall taking the snap as he's snapping back, trying to throw it again. He looks like he's going to find one of his receivers down low, Braylon Thompson. And that's going to be incomplete pass. No penalty there. It's going to be a clean deception by the Morrilton Devil Dogs defense.
Couldn't quite grab the ball right there. It looks like they're going to go for it right here. On this 4th down, you know, not much ball game left here, and they do have to score here pretty soon. Hopefully Eli can make something happen. Oh, it's 3rd down. What? I thought it was 4th down.
Yeah, me too, Miles. Yellow ball's still back there with Zeph in the backfield. They're going to motion Roland. Stepping back to throw. Plenty of time in the pocket. Plenty of time. He's going to try to throw it downfield, and it's going to be incomplete, attended for Roland Ritchie.
No one really in the area to catch it. We know it was going to Roland Ritchie, but couldn't quite be there to catch that ball. Now it is 4th down, and they are going to punt the ball.
Will roll out of bounds at the 36-yard line, 1st and 10.
Morrilton getting ready to take over as offense once again this quarter. They haven't been able to score yet this half, and, knock on wood, but the defense has really stepped up this time and not allowing this Devil Dogs offense, which has been absolutely incredible, to find the end zone.
Don't really know what to expect this drive. They've got to get a stop, and you know what? Honestly, I think they got to get the score as well. Offense struggling a little bit more in this 4th quarter. Hopefully something will change here.
Devil Dogs not showing any signs of slowing down as they're going to have another another throw to none other than 15.
Solid pickup for the Morrilton Devil Dogs right there. Defense got to make a stop right here, or you can pretty much ensure that this ball game will be over.
They're going to hand it off. He's going to try to find that outside. Instead, he gets put up the middle and gets smoked by
KJ.
KJ on the tackle.
Big guy right there, Mr. KJ, making a good play from behind. Couple missed tackles right there. I like what we're seeing from this defense. It's going to be a 1st down, though. Let's see if they can get the stop right here.
Morrilton. It's going to be another handoff to 22. Not going to be able to get anything out of that one, but just a couple yards.
Not mad at all right there about the play. They did get probably 3 or 4 yards right there, maybe 2. But it was a good stop, good tackle early on. Good defense from the Razorbacks.
Devil Dogs looks like it's going to be another handoff. He's going to get tackled once again before he can get a 1st down. That's going to bring up a 3rd and short for the Devil Dogs offense here. Looks like they might just be using these running plays to kind of run down that clock, Miles, not being able to really do anything in the passing game on this half particularly. Looks like they're just going to try to run that clock out.
Yeah, and the more they continue to do that, it looks like he's got an open man right up the seam.
And it looks like they're going to say he
Caught it.
caught the ball. What a catch in double coverage right there.
Number 19 catches the ball. Is that a 1st down, though?
It sure is.
Oh, rough for the Razorbacks. Trying to make a stop right here, trying not to let them run the clock out, but they are doing a pretty solid job. With 8 minutes and 5 seconds left in the game, Morrilton Devil Dogs are up 41-25.
A handoff. 22 trying to find that outside edge. He's going to be able to do it and get just enough for another 1st down for the Devil Dogs.
Devil Dogs marching the ball downfield. Got to think if they don't get this stop, then most likely it will be over for the night.
another handoff, trying to just eat at that clock and gain some yards, and that's exactly what he does right there, bringing up a second and manageable for this Devil Dogs offense.
And you're right, man. They are just tearing down this clock with only 7 minutes left in the game now. Running the ball, taking their time with the tempo. You know what I have seen, though, today from these Arkansas guys is it's a lot different than last year's team. I feel like last year when they'd come out to play, if they got down, they'd kind of just roll over and take the loss. But today we've seen a lot of fight from the Razorbacks, and I'm very, very proud of them.
Absolutely, Miles. I couldn't agree more. As the quarterback's going to roll out and try to find his receiver, and it's going to be incomplete, but there is a flag on the play in the backfield. Holding on the Devil Dogs, that's going to bring them back and slow down their momentum.
Looks like there's an injury on the field as well. One of the defensive backs down again. We'll be right back with you guys.
Let that Razorback hear your support.
We're now back after that injury timeout. The Razorbacks looking ready to try to stop this Devil Dogs offense from putting in that final hit to end the game. Devil Dogs stepping back to pass. It's in a one-on-one coverage, and it's going to be incomplete pass. That's going to be great coverage by the Razorbacks. And number 0 there, Braylon Rayfield, winning that one-on-one match. Great play right there. Braylon Rayfield, a pretty physical guy, pretty tall, kept up with that wide receiver just fine. Did everything right there, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Bring up 3rd and long for the Devil Dogs.
See what the defense does right here.
It's going to be a flag on the play. False start on the Devil Dogs.
You know, going into the second half, we have seen a lot more penalties from the Devil Dogs. Razorbacks have definitely cleaned it up as well. Coming out in the second half, you know, I am actually really proud of what these guys were doing.
Great.
We are having some technical difficulties. Sorry that you guys cannot see the game right now.
We'll continue to provide audio. Quarterback's going to step back, get a pass to his receiver. He's going to get brought down for a 4th and long. Can't imagine the Devil Dogs are going to go for it and give a decent field position for the Razorbacks, trying to continue to fight their way in this game.
Camera back up. Sorry about that, you guys.
6 minutes, 18 seconds left in this 4th quarter, and it does appear that the Devil Dogs are going to go for it for a 4th and very long. is getting jiggy with it over there with the cheerleaders. Everybody seems to be having a good time regardless of what the score says. And like you mentioned earlier, Miles, the Razorbacks, their defense and offense and pretty much everything about this team all the way looks completely renewed and reinvented from the previous years. And Coach Hood has done a great job so far on really redefining the culture here at Arkansas High. And like you said, you know, they got down early, but they never gave up. They didn't just roll over like they had previously. They had hope. They believed in each other. They trusted each other. And in results, they've been able to keep themselves in this game. It may not be a win on the scoreboard, but they've taken many wins today.
And it looks like they're going to spot him just within the 10-yard line, around the 5. Good punt for the Morrilton Devil Dogs right there. Let's see if the offense can score with little time left on the clock. Hopefully get the ball back and score again. We'll see what will happen, though.
CJ coming back in the game as QB with Tony Noble in the backfield, 4 receivers lined out, getting ready to receive this snap.
Got to think CJ is going to start throwing it deep here just like he was earlier in the game. It is going to be a throw.
And it is going to be a throw down the field to Roland Ritchie, just a little bit out of the reach for Roland there. Would have been a great play if the Razorbacks were able to convert on there. However, it's going to bring up a 2nd and 10 for these Razorbacks here.
Like I said, man, right there going deep, that's Cleveland's big thing. He likes to go deep on these defenses, and he absolutely threw a dime right there. Roland not able to get underneath it. But you could expect to see a lot more of that before this game is over.
CJ with the same format, just adding an extra receiver on the left side. He's going to scramble himself, not finding anything he likes. He's going to run out of bounds before he gets too far. It's going to bring up a 3rd and very manageable for this Razorbacks offense.
I like what I see right there. You know, didn't have very much, and he scrambles out of the pocket and is able to get out of bounds. Great play from a quarterback right there. That's what you love to see from your quarterback.
Absolutely, Miles.
Kaden, you got to think, what are they going to do right here?
Yeah, if I'm the Razorbacks, I'm just trying to get a big play happen and let it happen pretty fast. And that's what seems what they're doing right here with another long throw down there to Braylon Thompson. That's going to be a pass interference. 27 just not going to be able to defend Braylon Thompson the right way, and that's going to result in a penalty. But if I'm the Razorbacks, I'm trying to get a big play and takes a big chunks of yards at a time to get down there in that end zone. You know, just do a little bit of quality control, a little bit of damage control. Maybe not win this game. You know, that was never what was going to happen coming into this half, coming into this quarter, especially when you were down by that. However, they have been overly improved this half. I will say that, and they've seemed motivated. They've played really clean football, and the key to continue to do that and to score on this drive, to capitalize on this drive, would be to just take big plays, get big chunks of yardages on those plays, and then let one of your running backs run it in, and then play great defense. Maybe get the ball back and one more time. Cleveland's going to step up, and he's going to get sacked before he could let go of the ball. That's going to bring up a 2nd and long for the Razorbacks.
Clock running with 5 minutes just about left on the clock here, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, hopefully, they learned a lot from this game. And I'm very appreciative of what I have seen. Very proud of this team. Going into next week, they should have a lot of confidence, you know. Compared to last year's team, I've seen a lot of growth out of this group. And it looks like that's going to be an incomplete pass as well. They can't really get much going right now. 3rd down here for the Razorbacks. But like I was saying, you know, seen a lot of growth from this group. And I like what I've seen for sure.
Absolutely, Miles. And if the schedule tells me right, they'll be traveling to El Dorado next week for another football game, Friday night, non-conference. And then the week following, the week after, they'll be starting conference play, opening up with Magnolia.
You know, taking these losses to some of these other teams that aren't conference teams aren't as bad. Dropped right there. Could have been intercepted. They aren't as bad as losing those conference games. The conference games are the ones we really have to worry about. Those are must-win games. You know, going against people in your conference. Moving on into the playoffs. Hopefully, that's what this team will do. I think they can for sure get there. Last year, making it to the playoffs. I think this team has definitely grown with a new coach, new seniors coming in, and new quarterbacks. We'll just have to see what unfolds for the rest of the season. One back in the backfield. Looks like Tony in the backfield. Got to think they're going to throw it again here. Snap looks a little messed up. Tony gets in the way just a little bit. Cleveland is going to get sacked in the backfield. Again, that's going to be a 4th down.
Razorbacks about to give the ball up to the Morrilton offense as they get ready to step back out on the field.
You can pretty much ensure that this ball game might be over tonight. Not much time left on the clock. 4 minutes and 32 seconds to be exact. Arkansas Razorbacks about to get rid of the ball again. Offense going into this 4th quarter just couldn't quite get into the end zone. I mean, we had some good plays here and there. Not as electric as they were in the first 3 quarters of the game. Slowed it down for sure in this 4th quarter. And kept us behind for sure.
It's going to be a handoff as they're just going to try to chew down the clock. And that's going to be a 2nd down for the Morrilton Devil Dogs. Pardon me. Another handoff from Morrilton, and that's going to result in another successful rush from the Devil Dogs. I lost my train of thought there. I apologize.
It's going to be a 3rd down. Running out the clock here. 3 minutes and 24 seconds left to go. Your score is 41-28, I believe.
With 3 minutes remaining, they're going to do another handoff. The running back's going to be able to find a decent gap there and almost get a 1st down, bring up a very manageable 4th down for the Devil Dogs. You got to imagine they're going to try to go for it and seal the deal right there on a 1st down.
You know, and I think that was probably one of the first times tonight that outside rush didn't get any further than that. Biggest part of this game was that outside run game. They were not able to capitalize and stop the outside run game. Right there, that was a good play, though. We're able to stop it. Only if they could have been doing that all game. Might have been a different ball game for sure.
Timeout's going to be called right here by the Devil Dogs. up a 4th and short. The Devil Dogs are going to go for it here.
If they get this, this will 100% seal the game.
Absolutely, Miles. Just 2 minutes and 11 seconds remaining here. And it looks like it's going to be a handoff. Looks like he might have gotten it. We're going to wait for the officials. And they're going to get that. And that's going to pretty much wrap up the game here. Just 2 minutes left, and that's just going to waste the clock down and end up in a Morrilton victory over Arkansas High. Razorbacks here going to take a timeout here. We'll be right back after that.
We're here to wrap up this game. Just want to give everyone a special thanks tonight. Thank you all for coming to the game. Thank you all for watching the game. Even though your Arkansas Razorbacks lost tonight, I think they can guarantee that there will be some better games coming up in the future.
Absolutely, Miles. And, like I said earlier, they may have taken a loss on the scoreboard, but they have had so many wins that starts with on that field that, may not play out on that field exactly on those 11 men. But they have just tremendously changed the entire culture around Arkansas High with this entire new coaching staff. They've done a great job here, and I'm very excited to call the rest of the season for these Razorbacks, especially with the way they've been going. I mean, it's just been an incredible experience, and I'm super excited for the rest of this year. I do want to go ahead and apologize now for all of my sniffling, sneezing, and not calling out the wrong players. That's my bad. Still learning the new roster, getting a little rusty back in the booth. But me and Miles can guarantee that we will be 100% better for the next game. That we'll be doing play-by-play. And with that being said, we're going to let this game finish as there is a penalty on the play. Looks like it's going to be on the Devil Dogs. It's going to bring them back some on this second down.
Yeah, for sure, a little rusty, guys. But, again, just thank you guys for coming out and joining us during this game. I hope you guys had as much fun as we did today and as much as these Hogs did today. Please make sure to keep coming. Support these Hogs. They really need y'all behind their backs. Nothing is better than a big fan base. And let me tell you, folks, y'all being here means more than y'all could know to them.
And the players absolutely deserve it. The cheerleaders deserve it. The band deserves it. Red Line, Rooters. Everyone deserves it out here. They just put into so much time and effort out here, and they deserve you to be here and be able to enjoy what they've been able to create. And that's going to be another run by the Devil Dogs offense, bringing up a third down.
Looks like we got another player down again.
Another player down on the injury timeout. We'll be right back after this. 42 seconds left in the game.
42 seconds left on the clock here for this game. Arkansas defense going back out there on the field as the Devil Dogs offense line up to close out this
Victory
game.
formation. And it's going to be another handoff. It's going to get brought down.
Love to see the energy from Zero right there. Even though we're down and the game is just about over, you made the play, and it's good for him to be happy about that play. Another timeout right here. And he's going to throw it deep. And it's going to be incomplete right there. Almost got the interception. Number 8, Jakeem Peoples almost got that interception right here. 30 seconds left in this game. Kind of strange that they're taking a deep shot into the end zone. I don't know if they're trying to get some more points on the scoreboard. I'm not really sure what's going on here. Looks like it's going to be a first down, though. Arkansas offense coming out on the field.
Arkansas High here on offense. Probably their last drive of the game. Eli Wall back out there at QB. They're going to just do a little throw to number 15.
I really don't care.
Trying to get a couple yards. He's going to get just enough for a first down. Clock is still ticking. Oh, it's going to be stopped. 21 seconds and 3 milliseconds. Another throw to look like 15 again.
Looks like he just slipped right there.
Yeah, just lost his feet right there. That's going to bring up a second down for the Razorbacks. 3 seconds and counting, and that will do the ball game. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching RTV. I'm Cade Markham.
And I'm Miles West. We'll see you guys at the next home game.
Have a great
Please
night.
join us back. Good night, guys.